Hi, this is Diana with Inner Drop, and I am so glad you are here. I'm having lots of technical difficulties today for some reason, but I'm getting lots of practice on doing this. So I hope these technical difficulties stop and that I got enough practice. So I'm Diana with Inner Drop, and I'm so glad you are here. I've been getting lots of practice, like I said, so this take should be great. I am an alchemy Reiki master and energetic coach and tarot card reader. And today I drew 3 cards for our meeting today with a message for the whole group that could be, it's going to give us information on how beneficial working with our chakras and our energy system can be. And so I will tell you, let me tell you the questions first. So I drew 3 cards for this group of people. The first card is the energy around us, the energy around you right now. What's influencing you right now? The second one is what are the challenges that are blocking you from where you want to go? The third card is the end goal, or where we can arrive at. And in this case, it's also how we can arrive there, because it's a really powerful card. So the first card is the 8 of Swords. And this is called interference. The swords are the suit of the mental. And there is a lot of chaos going on in the world, and it's really hard to understand what all is going on right now. There's a lot of information, a lot of chaotic energy, and it's causing a lot of mental haze and confusion for people. You're not really sure which way to go. And that's where these 2 central swords, it's like your mind is trying to decide this one or that one, but there's just too much confusion and mental haze going on for you to make good, clear choices. So I think this is really interesting for the work we're doing today with our chakras, because working with your chakras really gets you into your body, gets you grounded and aligned, and is the best place to make choices and decisions and take action from there. So I thought that was great that came up. The next card, that's what are the challenges that are blocking us. Also a great teacher card, very ugly card. It's the 7 of Cups, and it's called debauch. These are about all the habits and ways we overindulge in things, like it's an emotional addiction. Do you ever get like stuck in that negative pattern of thinking about something, just negative thinking all the time, and it just keeps on looping and looping and looping, and you overindulge in that negative thinking instead of coming out of it and back to like, okay, what can I do right now? So but the 7 of Cups is about all kinds of over emotional indulgence. So it could be also overeating to overcome emotions, overthinking, overdoing, overgiving, too much TV, too much sex, too much whatever. It's too much whatever that's keeping you from making better choices or to taking action to remedy whatever situation is going on. So it's like you're avoiding you're avoiding something, and the way you're doing that is to overindulge in all these patterns that aren't serving your highest and best. And it could even be, like I said, that overthinking, but it could be also feeling sorry for yourself, or victim type of thinking, like thinking bad things always happen to you, or why is this always happening to me? That is an emotional indulgence as well. So the cool thing about it when cards like this come up, that's why I call it a teacher card, is because when they come up, it helps you realize, oh yeah, I am doing that. And it says you're ready to deal with it. That's why the card came up. Cards don't come up until you're ready to deal with them. So it's a great tool and teacher, like, oh yes, I am doing this. And then you can think about, well, why am I doing that? What's behind that? Why do I always overeat? Or why am I sleeping too much? Is there something that's behind that? So then the last card, and that position I call the end goal, or where you want to arrive at. And like I said, this is also the how we're going to arrive at that. This is a huge tool card, and it's a 7. So it's also a powerful way to move through debauch, which is also a 7 of cups. So this is the Chariot. And I want you to notice he's in a golden armor. He's holding the Wheel of Fortune. He's got 4 pillars on his chariot and 4 beings in front of him. He's on the yellow brick road, and also on this canopy at the top. There's some writing up there, which I will probably mention later too. So the Chariot. He's about movement. He's about balance and movement. If you noticed, he was sitting in a Zen position on the chariot. So it's about balancing quiet and centeredness, being in balance with being in motion. So you're able to keep in your center and balanced, even though you're moving forward. He's holding the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is all those opportunities to take action or to make decisions that are choices that are all around us all the time that we need to make. But he's holding it and being centered. So it's about taking deliberate steps and actions and making choices from this centered place. It's got 4 pillars and 4 beasts because it's really balanced by all the elements, and he's to show that he's really stable and balanced too. He also has on that golden armor, which I love for our practice today, because part of doing energy work and chakra work is putting that protective energy field around you. When you strengthen up your chakras and open them and activate them, they move out into your field, and it becomes a strong protective field around you as well, to repel negative toxic energies that might want to come in, and to allow good energies to allow your field to fill up fully into that space, if that makes sense. I believe that all disease starts in the energetic plane. So if you are feeling weak somewhere, it's a good indicator to work on that area. Like, say you feeling something physical, by working on your chakras and keeping them strong, you can push that. Say if it's like, you could think of it as like a tear or a hole in your field. Might not be, but you could think about it that way. If you can repair that or fix it or make your chakra stronger just to push it away, then you can prevent disease from coming in and happening, which is awesome. I know before I started doing this work, I felt like I was 60 years old, and I wasn't. I was achy and stressed out and mentally chaotic and making bad choices. So when I started doing this work, I'm just still so amazed at how powerful just this keeping and maintaining a connection with your energetic self as well as your physical self and bringing them together is super powerful, and it's hard to describe beyond that. So that was our tarot card reading that I asked for today for information, and I love that it was so powerful and specific to our work today that we're going to do. So the other message I asked for were information for the group to what are things that we could focus on as a group during this work. And the messages that came up were to listen to messages from your body, from your guides, from your heart, and to trust that information that you're getting and to be centered and grounded and know, like go into that space inside and trust the information that you're getting. I also got that we can clear and shield our energy. They were really specific and really correlated to the tarot reading. So I thought that was really interesting that the messages for today came through strong. So listen, trust, and clear and shield your energy were the main messages today. All right, now we're going to, before we get into the actual exercise, I'm going to give you a little bit of information on how I prepare to do chakra visualizations and chakra work. The first things you need to do are create time. When are you going to do this? I'm going to be having these videos every Saturday at noon, except for the difficulties of today. We're a bit late. But are you going to practice it every day? I will tell you, once you start practicing that, the connection becomes much easier and more, you're more easily and quickly able to activate your system. So it doesn't take quite as much time once you get and have a practice of it. So are you going to spend 10 minutes every morning? Are you going to do it on your lunch break? Are you going to do it before you go to bed? So think about that. Where are you going to create the sacred time for it? Then create the sacred space. I always like to set a sacred space for my work. So I do that through clearing the space first. I do it through Reiki or essential oils, or both usually, and sound. So where are you going to do it? And set the sacred space. Or you light a candle, burn incense, have a special blanket for sitting on or putting on around you to keep warm while you do it. What can you do to bring more intention to the work? Then I also like to incorporate essential oils. I'll show you one way I do it, but essential oils really can immediately bring you into your body. That smeller is pretty powerful in connecting you into your body right away. And essential oils, they hold a high vibration. They're like electrical information for your body. So you're not only, it works in many ways. So now we have our sacred time, space. essential oils to help us out. And what else? Oh, I was also going to tell you, you don't have to like sit on the floor in the Zen position like our friend on the chariot. You can sit in a chair. Just make sure you have your feet flat on the ground. You can sit on the ground in lotus position if you like, if you're used to that. You could lie down. Just make sure you don't fall asleep. It's a pretty active process. And you can even stand up. If you feel more grounded standing up, then definitely you could do that. So yes, create the space, create the time, be in your sacred energy. I also use my bowl to set sacred space. And I mentioned before there was something written on the top of the chariot's canopy, and that is abracadabra. And the translation or meaning of that word is, as I speak, I create. Words are really powerful, really strong. And when you speak something with heart and meaning, it is powerful. So remember to keep your thoughts positive. If you want to use affirmations along with this work, that would be great. If you have specific intention, you can speak them into each of your chakras as we go up. There are specific tones and mantras for each chakra. You can make up your own. You could use the traditional ones. I have some other ones that are the basic signatures, I guess you would say, of each chakra that are in English and easy to connect to, and also give you an idea of how the chakra works. So you could do those. But just really be aware of how powerful your words are. As I speak, I create. So that also, I'm thinking of that debauch card when you are continually speaking things that aren't true or are negative, which are probably not true. You can also ask yourself that if you're saying something to yourself and you say, is that true? It might not be true. So be aware of that too. All right. So we're going to do the visualization for about probably 20 minutes. So if you want to go grab some water, go to the bathroom, now's a good time. While you're doing that, I'm going to put oil on my feet. I usually start my chakra work by doing this. I have a carrier oil like jojoba or grapeseed oil, and then I put 5 to 10 drops of essential oil in here and shake it up and then use it on my feet. I would use, my favorites for this are vetiver. I'll spell that, V-E-T-I-V-E-R, vetiver. Very grounding, very lovely oil. I also use cedar, black spruce, or rosemary. Rosemary is kind of an all-encompassing oil for me. So I love that. I actually think I could use a little bit of that right now. All those technical difficulties got me a little tired. So sometimes I do this too. I just put some on the palm of my hands. And I don't usually dilute rosemary oil, but it can be strong. And if you're sensitive, definitely mix it with another oil, because it can be too strong. And if you have sensitive skin, it would not be good. And just put it on your palms and then breathe it in deeply. Thank you. I'm saying thank you to the oil. All right. So if you're back from your potty break, so now this is doing two things for me. Since I do Reiki, and there are, well, for me and for you, you have chakras in the palm of your hands as well. And so this is opening up those chakras. And then when I put them on my feet, I'm rubbing the oil on my feet and my arch especially. It's going to help open the root chakras in my feet. So I'm doing that. And especially if you use a grounding oil, it's awesome. Okay, so today I'm going to talk a little bit about just the first three chakras, not give you too much information to overwhelm you. I'm not going to talk about all the chakras, but we will go through a full chakra meditation. And hopefully you have the Find Your Flashlight workbook, which goes into a lot more detail than I will in these videos. And it also gives you exercises and questions and ways to really go deep into accessing and getting really acquainted with your energy system. So if you want to get that book, it's on my website, innerdrop.com, and it's called the Find Your Flashlight Workbook. The flashlight being your energy system. It's like your guidance system. It's the way you can see through life. I'm holding a flashlight. And your energy system is really like that. It's your tool. It's your way to maneuver your way through the world. And sometimes you need a flashlight to see your way. So, yeah, go to the website. And for those who are joining me in the videos, I'm giving you $10 off. So it's only $7, and it's a PDF download, and so you can have it automatically. And so when you check out, there's a coupon code you need to enter, and it's I have a flashlight, all one word, for $10 off. I have a flashlight for the workbook. So I hope you will get that, and so you can work with it in between, and it will also be able to answer a lot of questions that I might not answer here about more specifics on chakras and what they do, symptoms of what could be wrong if that might be showing up. Anyway, there's a lot more detail. All right. So take a few deep breaths. If you've oiled your feet, and put your feet flat on the ground. I'm going to get centered in my chair a little bit better. My feet are flat on the ground. Oh, I can also mention I'm just going to be here with my eyes closed, so don't feel like you have to watch the video. Just listen. And we'll start to do our visualization now. Thanks, guys. And at the end, I will ring the bell in case you wander off, and that will bring you back. It will sound something like that. If you want to pick a specific intention for your visualization today, if you have an affirmation you want to say, if you have something you want to bring into your life, into your body, whatever positive outcome you want, you can definitely speak it here. All right. So we're going to begin now. I want you to, like I said, you don't have to watch the video. I'm gonna close my eyes so it helps me go into my inside. So close your eyes and start taking deep breaths. And focus on your feet. Start to feel your root chakras open up. And connect into the earth. Your root chakra is where you get a sense of security, of belonging, your connection to the earth, your right to be here, your right to abundance and prosperity. If you're having those issues, working with your root chakra can be an awesome way to start to overcome that. So start to feel the bottoms of your feet. Send your energy down into your feet. How do you feel all the surface of your feet touching the earth, touching the ground? Now let your energy flow further down into the earth. You could imagine the bottoms of your feet are like roots of a tree growing into the earth. Your energy starts beginning to mingle with the energy of the earth. And Mother Gaia is welcoming you. Take some deep breaths and pull that energy up from the earth. Start to pull it up through the arches of your feet to your ankles. Keep breathing deeply. With each breath, you pull the energy up further and further through your calves, to your knees, to your thighs, and now to your root, right at the base of your pelvis. Breathe it up. What does it feel like here? Do you see any colors? What do you feel? Thoughts, images, smells? Breathe into the space for a while. Send your intention here. Every time we breathe in, we're breathing up more energy, light, and vitality for our system, for our bodies, for our root chakra, to nourish us, to take us in. Breathe deeply and go up into this sacral chakra, which is in your lower belly, just a little bit below your belly button. And it's the area where you feel things. It's the area where you create things. It's your sexuality. It's your vitality. It's so juicy. It's a great spot to land in when you go inside. I work a lot with the root and the sacral chakra together when you're grounding. So you can definitely picture both of those together, working together. They always all work together, but it really helps you ground. Helps me ground when I picture both of them grounding together. And now I want you to become aware of your lower back behind you, because you have chakras in the back as well as the front. How does the front from your belly, how does it feel in the back? Is it just as open? If it's not, send some extra breath there. Imagine light right there in your lower back. Sometimes we're not aware that we have chakras on our back as well. The back of our chakras is where we receive information. So what are you not allowing yourself to receive? What are you blocking? What are you shutting off? Are you shutting off your creativity, your passion, your vitality, your needs? If you have lower back problems, this could be a way to work through it, to get underneath and find some ideas of what might be going on. So breathe specifically into your back of your sacral chakra. Feel it open up. Do you see any images when that opens up? Do you feel the color? Feel the light? More deep breaths before we go to the next one. And this time, as you breathe in from Mother Earth, like normal. But when you breathe out, I want you to send your breath in all directions around you. So to the front, to your right side, to your back, to your left side. So breathe in. And when you breathe out, feel your breath going out from that chakra in every direction. And down into the root. And all around your root chakra. Becoming more grounded too with each breath that we rise. Your roots are going deeper. You can feel your legs connected to your body. And now we go to the solar plexus chakra. Kind of right between your ribs, a little bit above your belly button, right in the center. You can even rub it if you want to. Feels really good. Rub your belly. Your solar plexus chakra is your willpower, your desire to do things, to take action. It's your strength. Really powerful, supportive spot. What are you going to do? What are you going to take action on? Deep breaths. When you exhale, exhale to all four directions. Now put your attention to the back of your solar plexus chakra. How does it feel different than the front? Is it just as open? Is it smaller? Does it feel tight? Send your breath there. Open up to receive all that you can. Feel the support of your back. You know that saying, watch your back or got your back? There's a reason for that. It's where we receive, it's where we feel support. So I think we have a tendency to close down our back thinking it's safer, but it's not. You need to open your back to be strong and to create that field all around you of strength and support, and to be fully and truly in your body. You need to have your back open and be grounded. That's when you're strong. Opening my rear chakras is some of the most helpful information I've ever worked with in exercises, because I think in our society especially we have a tendency, because of all of this stuff, to just close it off and keep shielded. But like I just said, it's more shielding and protective to have your whole field be strong all around you, and it can't be strong if you're closed, if your chakras are closed, because they're not spinning and vibrating, and you're not receiving all the information you need. So the rear of your chakras are where you receive information and energy, support, and vitality. So open them up and receive. Okay, so those are the lower 3 chakras. And then we're going to go to the heart chakra. Big, beautiful heart. Powerful. And it creates really strong electrical fields. It's really strong in helping the other chakras be strong too. Keep breathing into it till you feel it getting really big and expanded. Put your attention to the back. See how it feels different. And then breathe into it. Kind of get them to match up if you can, the front and the back, till you feel integrated, front and the back. Deep breaths and breathe out into the 4 directions. And when I do that, I see that the breath's going out in all 4 directions and kind of creating the field around me, this cocoon of safety and power and integration within myself and my body. All right, now we're going to move up to the throat chakra. And this is where I definitely start to use techniques to remove and release energy if I'm able. And I ask that I do be able to release energy. So your throat chakra, if it's blocked, you can have tight shoulders, sore throats. So sometimes what I do is I brush the energy down my arms and out my fingertips, and I throw it into that bubble that we created earlier. This is where all the energy I'm releasing can go. That feels better already. Breathe into your throat chakra. The throat and heart chakras are really important, like bridges between your lower chakras and your upper chakras. So I work with the heart and the throat a lot together as support for going into my upper chakras. Breathing out through your throat also releases any energy that's ready to go. And focusing on the rear of your throat chakra. And seeing that this is open, vibrant. Where are you not speaking your truth? What are you blocking from coming in? What are you holding onto and not speaking? And now to the third eye. Third eye is here. Sometimes you can rub it. It helps open it. The rear is actually down here at the base of your skull. And the third eye chakras are a little bit different because they extend like cones out because they receive information. It's just where your intuition resides. So you can see truths. Deep breaths and out in 4 directions. And now to your crown. Open to the energies above. The sun, the moon, the stars. Universal light energy. Oneness. Pure light. Allow your crown to open and receive this awareness of the higher energies. Let that light, pure loving light, flow down through each chakra. You can breathe it in and out through the 4 directions through each chakra. In and out. Activating each chakra on the way down with that renewed energy from the bottom until we get to the root chakra. And now we do some integration of the earthly energies and the energies from above. They mingle and merge and activate and integrate with each chakra, activating each little energy center, becoming fully vibrant, full of color, full of light. Remember your intentions. If you want to speak them now into your heart. Deep breaths, pulling the light in from the ground and from the heavens into your heart. Deep mingling breath and out into the 4 directions. Feeling your whole field become vibrant and integrated, strong and protective. You can ask for a final release of energy that is ready to be let go of. That might fall away, flow easily into your bubble. You can also do sweeps like of your shoulders and arms and hands into that bubble. And then in a minute, we'll recycle all that energy. More deep breaths. And then before we go, I'm going to give you a few minutes of silence where I want you to ask for a message or some insight or an image from this practice today. It could be to do with your intention or what you are desiring to get from this work. It could be specific to a problem you have. Ask ask a question and for a message to be received, and see what you get. You don't have to get anything, so don't stress about it. Just see what's there. See what you can receive. You just might want to breathe and just be. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds to receive this, and then I'll ring the bell, and we'll start to come out of it. Keep breathing. All right, we're going to start to come back. Start bringing your awareness to the here and now. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. More deep breaths. Now I want you to put your attention to that energy bubble that we created and ask out loud that the energy be released, renewed, and cleansed, and then return into the earth. Thank it and bless it. It has served you for a time, and now you're ready to let go. Thank you. Thank all of our guides and helpers. I thank you for watching and being willing to learn and to take on this new chakra work. I thank all the beings of light who have assisted. I thank the tarot. I thank the plants we get the essential oils from. And I thank all the technologies that allow this to come to being, that we could connect to each other. And so it is. All right, guys. So I think next week, next Saturday at noon Pacific, will be a little bit shorter because I did a lot of explaining in the beginning of this video about what was going to take place. But so the next ones in the series will just be more chakra activations and work. And I want to remind you that there's a Facebook group. It's called ReChargeable. And you can ask to join that. It's a private group, so you need to ask to join, and then it's a good forum for you to share your celebrations, like what results are you getting from this work? How is it benefiting you? Or it's to ask questions, or to ask for, just get support through what you're working on. And it's a good forum to share and to learn. And if it's new to you, that can be really beneficial to have someone to talk to about it. So go to Facebook and look up ReChargeable. It might be ReChargeable with Inner Drop. I'm not sure. And ask to join. I also have just an Inner Drop account. And then there's my website, innerdrop.com, where I'm an alchemy, Reiki master, and energetic coach, and tarot reader. And I'd love to see you soon. So I will definitely see you next week at noon. That would be April 9th, noon Pacific. Innerdrop.com. I'm Diana. Thank you. Bye.